You are now listening to Up and Coming Entrepreneurs, Episode 1.
And I decided to just focus on what was working, right? Because this is something that I can do from everywhere. I don't have to physically be anywhere. I don't have to package products. I don't have to ship them. I don't have to make meals for my clients. I don't have to work out with them. So this is something that I literally do from my cell phone, from wherever I am.
Okay, thank you for listening to this show. My name is Cedric, and if you got that entrepreneurial itch, or if you're already in the trenches, then this show will inspire you from within. I'm here to connect you to Walessa. She's a full-time nurse, and her business is Herbalife. In this show, you will learn why she chose this nutrition supplement company, why believing in your brand conquers all, and how much money she actually makes from her business, and why being transparent is the number one key to owning a successful business. So let's get right into it.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So before we actually begin, can you just kind of just tell, where people can find you at, whether it be social media, if you have a website or whatnot?
Yes, of course. So my social media, I use Instagram for the most part, and it's Walessa _S, which is spelled WALESSA _S.
All right, cool. Why are you doing what you're doing right now?
Well, my idea of balance was to work out and eat whatever I wanted. To me, that was like, okay. So I would work out and then I would eat Chinese food. I would work out and then I would go partying and have like 7 drinks,
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, I thought it was normal to be tired all the time. And I thought, I'm doing the right thing because I'm not necessarily gaining weight, but I wasn't seeing results. For somebody who was working out for 3 years, I had 0 results to show, like 0 muscle. I was always tired. I had no definition, and came across Herbalife in my house. Actually, I had no idea what it was. My roommate at the time was using the product. She had been using them for a month, and she was introduced by a friend from high school. So when she invited me to a workout that they were doing, it was like a free group workout. It was a community workout. I fell in love with the energy that everybody had. And everyone in there wasn't super fit or wasn't a particular person that you would think like, wow, that person is healthy and fit. But what it was that those people were working on themselves, and they were happy, and they had energy, and they were positive, and they were learning to love themselves. Because even though physically I didn't look like, I was lost, like I was in bad shape, I felt terrible. And I didn't know what to do. So I was like, all right, if these people are happy to be working out or happy to be eating good, there's something that they have that I need. So that's when I got started with the products, with the community, with the environment, just surrounding myself with those people with positivity, having strangers root me on. To me, that was everything because I didn't know that existed. And once I started doing that, all I needed was that change in nutrition. All I needed was to embark on that self-love journey, and my confidence went through the roof. I lost 20 pounds in 2.5 months. I was building up my confidence to work out. I was working out with other people that were showing me what to do, that weren't, not like when you walk into a gym and you're intimidated by other people giving you weird looks and stuff. See the fruits of my labor and to feel good doing it. And it just became a lifestyle for me because I felt so great that people actually started noticing the results in me, and people started asking me the same way that anybody starts looking fit or, looking better. Somebody's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? You're looking good. And that pretty much started a business for me. So instead of me, sending them somewhere else to purchase another product that I'm probably never going to continue using or anything like that I'm not going to be able to follow up with that person, I was just recommending exactly what I was doing. And then little did I know that I was going to be earning a profit off of it. And then doing it over and over and over again, it turned into this amazing business.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. So I just want to unpack the beginning part. So this started 2011. You realized you were at your heaviest, and then 3 years into that, you kind of got into fitness, but was going through the ringer all of a sudden you saw, the Herbalife product and then that's what kind of like kicked it off for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, wow. You've been going at this since 2011. So this has been a 8-year journey for you. So what do you tell the people that see you now? So what's your
I tell them,
step by step?
I tell them that, nutrition is everything, because it really is. I mean, you can't outwork a bad diet. You can't, because if you think about it, you work out maybe 6 hours a week, but you eat more than that, So what you put into your body really makes a difference in what you're doing in the gym. So I always tell them what I did, because that's my personal testimony. I tell them that I tried different things and they didn't work for me. And I tell them that when I finally found the balanced nutrition incorporating Herbalife products with my foods, I was able to finally see results, maintain my energy. And, some people tell me more. Some people are like, oh, I heard bad things about it. And I'm like, I tell them, and I'm like, I encourage them to try it for themselves, because, nobody lives in anyone's body. Yeah. So nobody knows how that person feels, and no one knows how someone is going to respond to something, What works for one person may not work for another. There's people that have amazing results with different plans, different diets, and that's awesome. I don't knock anything that works for somebody. If it works for them and they're happy, that's amazing. But if it didn't work for them and they're looking for something else, then of course I'm going to tell them what I did, and it's up to them if they want to try it or not.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So it sounds like you don't take it personal. So like, how do you deal with haters, hating on your brand, or people that are skeptical because maybe they heard something on the internet or a rumor, and how do you keep your passion strong without offending somebody?
Well, I let them know respectfully, thank you for your concern, whatever it is that they're saying. Thank you for your concern, but I'm very happy. This works for me, and I love helping people get results the same way I did. Have a blessed day. Bye. That's it. End of conversation. I do not engage in the negative back and forth, because I have nothing to prove to that person. And the people that most likely have something negative to say about Herbalife have never tried it, ever in their life. For me, I was already using social media, and I was already kind of documenting my fitness journey. I would take gym selfies all the time. So when I started, posting the group workouts, and I started talking about the products, I did get some negative feedback from some people, but I felt good. There was nothing negative. There was no reason for me to believe anything that anyone was saying, because I felt how I felt. I felt great. I had amazing results finally after years of doing this diet, that diet. I love the people that I was surrounded with. I love the community. I love the support. I loved everything. So there was nothing no one can say to me that was going to negate the way that I felt. So I kept going.
So that 8 years of hard work, just kind of just made you have thick skin in regardless. So then when it was just a natural fit for you, when you were ready to put yourself out there, be vulnerable, and be open about your journey, your process. And when the haters were, I guess being skeptical about the products or whatever it is that you're doing, it just bounced off you automatically.
Yeah, it did. And then especially when I started helping people, when I started to get clients and I was getting that feedback from them, oh my God, thank you so much. I lost 10 pounds and I could finally fit into my jeans. I had one of my first clients, actually, I didn't even know that she was going through severe postpartum depression. I had no idea. I knew she had a baby, and she told me that she wanted to lose the baby weight, but I didn't know how she felt until 2 months down the line. She had lost 30 pounds. And she posted on her own Instagram account a before and after of her 30. She didn't even share it with me. Okay. She posted it on her own Instagram account, and she wrote this whole story about how she was going through the worst postpartum depression. She felt like an unfit mother. She felt like an unfit wife. She was contemplating suicide, and she's so happy now that she's lost 35 pounds, that, she's well on her way to recovery. And I started crying. Because I was I didn't know that by me telling someone to do what I'm doing, I was going to have this impact on them. So when I started getting responses like that from my clients, that just gave me more fuel. Yeah. There is nothing that anyone can say to me. Because I know, speaking to my clients and following up with them, I know how happy they feel. I know that what I'm doing is something good because I went through that. You know, I went through those feelings of insecurity, of not liking myself, of not having confidence, of not having energy, you know, of self-doubt. And people that I didn't know just showing me love and telling me that it's okay and encouraging me to just try something new helped me. I know it can help so many more people out there.
That's powerful. So you're full time. How are you juggling everything? What are you looking to do with your entrepreneurship?
So I'm fortunate enough to be a 3-day-a-week employee. We work 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So I work 3 days a week, and that's been my thing. Now, when I started Herbalife, since I found myself with all this extra time, I actually had 3 nursing jobs, and I actually had a part-time skincare business on the side that I was partnered with a doctor. So I was doing a lot because I had all this free time, right? And I was still partying, and I was making it work. So when I finally decided to take my Herbalife business serious, and I saw that I was earning money, that I was making money, I started cutting those other little jobs out.
I see.
And I decided to just focus on what was working, right? Because this is something that I can do from everywhere. I don't have to physically be anywhere. I don't have to package products. I don't have to ship them. I don't have to make meals for my clients. I don't have to work out with them. So this is something that I literally do from my cell phone, from wherever I am. So it was easy for me to once I started earning more, making more, loving it more, getting more feedback, getting more clients, more positivity, getting the hang of it, it was easy for me to transition and let go of those other jobs. I worked really hard to be a nurse. Right. So I'm still holding on to this one job. But my goal in the future is to do Herbalife full time because it allows me the time freedom, because I do want to have a family, right? And I don't want to pay someone to raise my kids. Like that's not okay. I know that was something that really impacted me from my childhood, because my mother was a single mom of 3 kids and she had to work 2 jobs. So we didn't see her much. And I definitely want to be more of a present parent for my future children.
So I see that you're really striving for that financial freedom. You just have to get to a certain number, I assume, and build a certain amount of clientele. So that's exciting. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
So like for yourself, what do you think? And you don't have to disclose like deep of your financials or anything like that. Like I'm on the outside, so if I see Herbalife, my brain's like, okay, it's a nutrition supplement. I see she's an entrepreneur. She's doing really well. But like, I don't know the numbers, and I might want to dip my toe into this business, but maybe I might. Like, what's your like average month? I would say net sales, or what's your best month? Whatever. It doesn't have to it'd be anything recently, but like, what's that earning potential for somebody?
Well, there's certain amounts that legally we're allowed to share, because of course, since this is a business that everybody can do, we don't want people that are just starting off to think that they're going to get rich quick, because that's not what this is at all. Like, you literally have to work and put your business out there and put yourself out there every single day. Clients are not going to rain out of the sky, especially since some of us don't open a physical business that people can drive by and see. We literally have to brand ourselves. Yeah. Of course, there's different ways to do the business, as long as you promote yourself. So you can choose to promote yourself using flyers, using business cards. You can do tabling events like, the one that I did at Orange Theory. You can do shake parties, which means that you're just sampling some of the products. There's many different ways for you to promote your business. You just have to do it every day. Not the same thing every day, but you have to promote your business every day for you to get clients. My first year in Herbalife, I was averaging anywhere from an extra $500 to $1,200 a month. Wow. And that was just helping people get products and telling, giving them a meal plan and helping them get results, right?
Mm-hmm.
My second year, I tripled my income. And my third year, I made more than that. And that's just extra on the side, because I still work full time. So what you put in is what you get out. Of course, not everyone that has been in it for as long as me has gotten the same results. I don't only have personal clients, but I've encouraged my clients that have amazing results to also get started in the business. So if I have, because people are going to notice your results, right? If I have a client that has lost 20 pounds, usually they'll come to me and they'll be like, oh my God, I feel so good. My cousin was asking me about the products. Mm-hmm. Or my aunt wants to get started. Yeah. I always tell them, I'm like, that's amazing that people are noticing, because sometimes we don't see it ourselves because we look at each other every single day, right? But then when other people see it, we get a little hype, right? We're like, oh my God, yeah, you see it, girl, you see it.
You see my jawline? You see my jawline?
Yeah. So when they come to me and they tell me something like that, I'm always like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm always looking to help more people because I don't ever close my store. Or I can also show you how to help them. And then they're like, oh, wow, how can I help them? Literally, anybody can get started in the business. You don't have to go through an interview, background check, or anything like that. So if they tell me, yeah, I want to learn more, then I'll tell them how. I'll show them how to do exactly what I do, and they get started in their business. So I've been doing this already since February 2016 as a coach. So I started as a client in December of 2015. So in the last 3.5 years, I've been able to build a great client base as well as a team of distributors, of clients that I turned into distributors. Nice. So my income won't be the same as somebody else who necessarily has the same amount of time, because it all depends on how many clients and how many distributors they're working with.
Yeah, it sounds like there is a formula if people are willing to put the work and grit in and build a base. And as long as they're educated on that process particularly, and they're not trying to hey, Walessa's making a lot of money or a decent amount of money, I want to get in too before it's too late. They don't have that thought process, they can do well. So thanks for sharing that. That definitely will help out, a lot of the people that are on the sidelines and are kind of skeptical
of course.
In that air.
And there's also other ways that that Herbalife compensates you. I mean, I've been able to qualify for all paid vacations for me and my family as well.
Oh, really?
I've been able, So I was able to take my parents to Punta Cana, to the Hard Rock, all paid last year. I was able to go to Hawaii with my fiance and my stepdaughter this year, and we already qualified to go to the Bahamas next year. So depending on how much you produce and how much you work, you can qualify for a lot of things. They always have promotions going on that you can get free gifts, you can get bonuses, and also there's independent rewards. Like, let's say my organization, my leaders, the people that started my team, they'll do special promotions and special trips twice a year. So depending on how much we do in a certain period of time, we get to go on those trips. So I've always loved to travel. So for me, it's an extra incentive to work even harder, because if I know that I'm going to go to Costa Rica all paid, and I'm going to go to Hawaii all paid, and I'm going to go to LA all paid, then I'm going to work.
I'm going to work hard.
I'm going to work. Right. I'm like, shoot, I want to be on a plane. I want to take a free vacation, and I want to go and I want to hang out with everybody. So I've been able to do all of that these last 2 years. I've been traveling almost every month with Herbalife, and it's been incredible.
Nice. That is so awesome. So you would say social media is like your biggest asset as far as building your business, building your brand, and this is something that you definitely recommend your newbies that are starting out and building their business as well?
Yeah. So what I've done from the beginning is social media. Mm-hmm. And I always tell them, and I'm like, listen, whatever you want to do, I show them how to do everything. I tell them about nutrition clubs. I tell them about shake parties. I tell them everything. And they choose to do what they want to do. I tell them what has worked for me, because it's really the only thing that I've tried, aside from little things here and there. I tell them what works for me and why it's worked for me. You know, when I started, I had 3 jobs. I didn't have time to be out in the street. My way of handing out flyers and my way of communicating with a lot of people was social media. Everyone has it. Everyone's on there anyways. Why not give them content? Why not give them good content to look at?
Okay.
Why not talk to people on there, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like if everyone's already looking at social media, why not give them something to look at? Something that's productive, something that's motivating, something that's encouraging. So I always tell them, I'm like, hey, this is what works for me. And if you want it to work for you, then you have to talk to people. Not only post pictures, but you have to talk to people. You have to talk on your stories. You have to talk on videos. There's Instagram Live now. There's Instagram TV. You have your DMs. If somebody's like, body goals on your picture, like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. Send them a message. Be like, hey, I can help you.
You're just
so
saying
it's all about talking to people.
So if you're doing social media as your campaign, posting pictures, doing Instagram TV, sending messages, responding, having high levels of engagement is how you can create and grow your business. So what have you seen as far as the highest level of engagement, with social media, creating the most results for your business? Would it be the stories, Instagram TV, just responding, I guess, to DMs or messages? Like what have you seen like has been the best bang, for your time?
Definitely the stories, because people feel like if I'm on there and I'm talking, which I do throughout the day, and I'm just talking about myself and my life, and I'm showing my lifestyle. Like, I'm not just promoting a product. I'm not just here taking pictures with a product and saying like, oh my God, this product is awesome. Like, no, people see me every single day using these products on my story. They see me drinking my shakes. They see me meal prepping. They see me in this lifestyle clocked in every day. So nobody can say like, oh, those results are fake. No, because if you look at my story, you'll see that I do this every day. So it shows consistency, and it gives me validation, and it shows that it's legit, that I'm legit, that I'm not just out here pushing a product that I've never used or that doesn't actually work. So that creates credibility in my business. That also makes people feel like they know me, like they're my friends. I've had people, like I was sick for the last 2 days. I was a little, under the weather, and there was people sending, because I'm usually up early and I'm usually like energy on 100 as soon as I wake up. Yeah. And there was people sending me messages early in the morning, like, hey, are you okay? You haven't been on your story. And I'm like, wow. And there's people that tell me like, I love your energy in the morning. It literally gets me out of bed, type of thing.
So let's dive into that. So you do something every morning or something like that on your Instagram story?
So I usually say good morning. I literally like act like I'm talking to my friends. I say good morning. Everyone have a great day. Think about your blessings or something like that. Something positive. I always say something positive. I always say good morning. If I'm going to work, people see me going to work. I always listen to something motivational every morning. So I have a series of podcasts that I listen to, and I usually play it on my story as I'm doing something.
Oh, what you listen to?
So my favorite show is the Quote of the Day show. Okay. They play like a different motivational message every day. So they have a different motivational speaker every day. So today was Eric Thomas. Yesterday, who was on there yesterday? So every day is a different message. So I'll usually play a minute of it while I'm like making my shake, or while I'm driving to work, or while I'm packing my food for the day, or something like that. So people are used to that routine already, or while I'm fixing my bed. There's people that have even told me like, because of you, I fix my bed every day. I'm like, wow.
Wait, time out. So you got your phone on the side, and then you have it recording, and then you're like fixing your bed, got some motivational music in the background, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that, and that's awesome. That is working for you.
I'm not robotic, and I tell people this. Like, You're not robotic. You are human. And the more that you share about your human self, the more that you're going to connect to other humans.
Right.
No one is perfect. Sometimes I have like bloopers. I'm like cooking and I'll drop something. I pick it up, I throw it in the sink, and I keep on going. I'm not going to delete the video. Why? People drop stuff in the kitchen all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, I'm like, when you become an Herbalife distributor, when you become an Herbalife coach, it doesn't take over your life. You need to show how it's making your life better. It's you with a side of Herbalife. And that's how you show people how it can make their lives better.
I think that wraps everything up. I mean, this has been like really great.
Amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Do you have any last best practices or any tips that you want to close out with?
Yes. So I want to tell the people out there, whatever their endeavor is, don't be afraid to pursue it. Don't listen and don't take advice from people that are not where you want to be. If somebody's doing worse than you, that is definitely not the person you need to be taking advice from. If you see something and you want to try it, give yourself an opportunity to succeed. Don't stop yourself from doing something because you heard. Do it. See how you feel. Experience it for yourself, because nobody lives in your body. Nobody has to pay your bills. Nobody has to, drive your car or go to your job. Nobody lives your life. So don't let the opinions of others stop you from doing whatever you want to do in life. We only have one life, so just go for it.
Wow, that was looking gold. That was good.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a great episode. Thank you for staying all the way to the end